Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to dive into the world of JavaScript and explore a practical polyfill for the Promise.all method. If you are not familiar with promises or Promise.all, don't worry. We will cover the basics before we get into the polyfill implementation. Before we jump into the code, let's quickly recap what promises are in JavaScript. Promises are objects representing the eventual completion or failure of an asynchronous operation. They provide a cleaner way to handle asynchronous tasks compared to callbacks. Now, Promise.all is a useful method that allows us to handle multiple promises concurrently, and it's native to modern JavaScript environments. However, not all environment supports Promise.all, especially older browsers. That's where a polyfill comes in handy. A polyfill is a piece of code that provides the technology that you expect the browser to provide natively. In our case, we are going to create a polyfill for Promise.all to ensure consistent behavior across different environments. Now, let's break down the code we have written for the Promise.all polyfill. We start by checking if the native Promise.all is available. If not, we define our own Promise.all method. Inside the polyfill, we create a new promise that takes in a resolve and a reject function. We initialize an array called results to store the resolved value of each promise and a completed count variable to keep track of how many promises have been resolved. Next, we iterate through the array of promises using for each. For each promise, we use promise.resolve to ensure that it's a promise regardless of its initial state. We then attach a then handler to the promise. When a promise is resolved, we store its value in the results array at the corresponding index. We also increment the completed count. We check if the completed count is equal to the total number of promises. If so, it means all the promises have been resolved, and we can fulfill the outer promise with the results array using the resolve function. If any promise in the array is rejected, we catch the error and reject the outer promise using the reject function. And there you have it. We have successfully implemented a polyfill for Promise.all, ensuring that we can use these powerful features in environments that might not support it out of the box. I hope you found this explanation helpful. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And until next time, happy coding!